Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round 6 of the NAGP Season 34 Thursday Night Championship. The GT1 Circus remains in Belgium for round 6 as we arrive here at the Zolder Circuit on a cloudy, kind of cool day. This is Chris Moses with your broadcast partner, Jack Ivey, where there's always a 3-drink minimum. Jack?
Yes, it's a beer broadcast tonight from Belgium. Looks like we got 63 laps of action, and things are heating up here on Thursday nights, Chris.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Couldn't be better. Couldn't be better. Happy to have you back, Jack, from your 1-week hiatus. Last week, did it on my own, and the beautiful thing is, Jack, is I got more time to drink now that you're back, and I don't have to do all the talking. Let's take a quick look at the track map here for Zolder. Officially 10 turns, but it's more like 14 if you count each little chicane. The first 2 chicanes, turn 5 and turn 7 area, are quick twitch, very difficult handling chicanes where you have to just hit those curbs just right. And then the final chicane, the Jackie X chicane, turn 10 is more of a long traditional chicane. Let's take a quick look at the driver standings. The Drivers' Championship, Jack, it's pretty tight, huh?
Geez, Chris, I can't remember a Thursday night when it's this close. We got Brad Maris out in front with 77 points. McKinday in second with 76. Thorpe was 74. Taylor was 69. Olsen was 69. Ludden was 61. Lehman with 52. Cuppet with 50. Ricker with 47. And Jolly Balls with 31. But there's a half a dozen drivers that could still possibly take this championship. Chris, it's really tight. Every race is going to count from here on in.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think even more than half a dozen. Depending some guys can turn it up. One tough note, McKinday is missing this race, and Mark DeGraw is going to be in his car today, and he's going to have 90 kilos, 40 kilos of penalty ballast for missing 3 events, and plus the 50 kilos of success ballast already on the vehicle. So that's going to be a tough one for DeGraw. Taking a look at the team championships is just as tight.
In the teams, Empire Motorsports with 126, TCB with 119, Purple Helmets with 116, Gotta Go By with 106, Retro with 82, and Robert Docks with 79. So everybody's still in this team-wise. I got to hand it out to some of the drivers last week. They threw in some great performances and helped their teams out. So I'm looking for these guys to do well. And I'm impressed with Lehman and Thorpe. They just put in steady finishes and keep themselves in the race for a team championship this season. Oh yeah,
for sure. I mean, it's looking good. All right, so we're going to go on board with Mr. John Ludden. Let's see if hopefully he's doing another lap here. He's just starting a flyer. Let's see what he cranks in here on this lap. Yep, he's going to keep going. Turn 1, this is where your high downforce comes into play. Turns 1, 2, and 3, and maybe where the Celine's going to do pretty good. Turn 2 here, it's pretty tricky. You're going to have to use a lot of the exit curb as well. You don't want to go too far. You don't want to touch any gravel there. Come out through turn 4 onto, here's turn 4 here. Downshifts to 3rd. You're going to notice most of the guys are going to run only 5 gears here today. Coming up to the first chicane, and this is probably the most critical chicane, especially for cutting. So you got to watch what you do here. Big sausage curb. You got to get hard on the power. Up around the gentle bend here for turn 6, and then probably the most demanding area here is the chicane for turn 7 complex. Being able to get on the power on the correct line and power out of this next right-hander is critical. And Ludden does a pretty good job. Just keeps it on the track, not too much curb. We're going to come down the hill for a subtle left-hand bend down to turn 8, and this is a heavy braking, sharp right-hander all the way down to first gear for Ludden. Some guys will be using second, some first, and tricky little setup. That's not much of a chicane here, and then we're going down to the final turn, the X chicane. Ludden's got a hot lap going here, and this one's critical. All the way down, and he crosses it up. Oh, Too much rear brake.
And spins
Drivetrain.
it like
Yep.
a top.
Yep, the rear end
Just
just
an
locked.
FYI, Ricker put in a hot lap and jumped from 17th up to 2nd.
Very nice. Let's see, Jolly Balls look like he's on a good one. Ooh, got a lot of curb on the second chicane. And he's coming around turn 7 complex down the turn 8 hairpin here. See how much time that cost him. I saw the car bouncing quite a bit. Yeah, he lost 2.5 seconds. Let's jump on board with Jesse Olsen, another Celine driver. Won the Purple Helmets duo. Very clean through that first chicane. It's got
And
those.
they're using all the curb through there too, Chris.
Oh yeah, and you're gonna have to have the car balance just right. The shock absorbers, the springs, the ride height. It looks like he's hit the nail on the head pretty well here. Nice and smooth. See if he comes up on here on the second sector timing. Lost 4/10. He looked good though. Coming up to the hairpin. He's coming up on Omar Gomez. I think he'll be able to get this lap in before he has to check up for Omar. Lehman just betters his time.
What a hot lap that is.
Yep.
A 129, 167.
He's using second. It's kind of interesting. We've seen Ludden the opposite using high torque. And Olsen will jump up to 4th with that lap, just 3.8 off. So it's not bad at all. Let's see here. Let's see, Brad's on a pretty good one. He's just 5/10 off. He's got to get this banker lap in. Jack, he's got to get the banker lap in so you can take the pressure off, get the load off your shoulders, and just go out and rip one.
Well, you know, he put in some pretty speedy practice laps, so I'm expecting him to jump up from 13th.
Let's see what he's got here. Ooh, a little. Oh, wow. That's going to cost a couple tenths. Coming out of the final chicane for Brad. Brad's going to jump up to 10th. He's going to be looking for more than that, that's for sure.
He's got better in him.
Yeah. Look at Cuppet with a nice lap. And it's Lehman's really on another flyer here. He's got 2/10 in the pocket going into this final sector. Let's see what he's got. This might be to lay down the gauntlet lap. First 128.
It sure looks like it.
He's on pace for 128. It'll be the first one we'll be seeing. Ooh, a little wiggle out of last.
There, yeah.
Yeah. Bam!
Oh, wow.
Did he nail it? He nailed that last sector.
Wow, he
Nailed
sure
it.
did.
On board or watching El Merriman. 7/10 off, but he's looking to improve. One of the Purple Helmets guys. That's Jesse Olsen. Gave him some room. Another note on driver changes. Ian Jolicoeur is filling in for Josh Slade today, but you'll notice Ian still has 40 kilos on board for a lockdown violation at Spa, where he lost it at Eau Rouge and collected Mr. Nice lap for L. Improvement. Sergio Calderon got taken out, and one of the NAGP rules, you must the rejoin and lockdown rules are mandated and auto-reviewed. Cuppet up to second, a nice lap.
Yeah, John Ludden coming around on his. Let's see if he can improve. Ludden up to 3rd. Olsen coming around. Oh, we're just starting this off. You know, it's interesting, Chris. A lot of the guys who are sort of poo-pooing this track, and you yourself are not a big fan of it, but it sure looks like it's going to be hairy for these drivers tonight. Jesse Olsen coming around to finish, improves from 5th to 4th. So, we got Lehman, Cuppet, Ludden, Olson, Ricker, Taylor, Jolker, Merriman, Thorpe, and Brad Maris. Top 10 out there right now provisionally. What do you think about that, Chris?
You know what? Sorry, we had a technical difficulty. The mic was disconnected for a short moment. We're back. My apologies.
Well, that's why I thought I'd just keep yapping just in case. And we got Damian Hall out again. Interesting to see if he can master that Lamborghini.
All right, I want to mention we're going to have, as some of you guys may have already seen, we're going to add some special graphics here tonight, and we do have some special sound effects if the time is right. So be on your toes, everybody. It's going to be very interesting.
I'm loving it.
Gosh, we have 1,000 viewers right now, Jack. I'm impressed. Our summertime viewership is not the greatest. No, we have at least 19,000, but we only have about 1,000 tonight. Yeah, so you know what? We can say whatever the hell we want.
Well, not really.
Okay. Right.
These things get viewed dozens and dozens and dozens of times.
Just dozens?
And my biggest fan on Thursday night, Mark DeGraw, is racing tonight.
Yeah, I noticed. Yes, maybe he'll crash out early.
Although he's got a fat lady in the back seat, and that's not helping him tonight.
Oh, he's got a big fat lady in the back seat. What's the old Frosh and Slosh? You remember that? The old beer can? Wasn't that what they call Frosh and Slosh or something like that? The beauty pageant, the largest woman beauty pageant in the world thing?
No, I don't. It sounds like something I should have been following for years.
We're up to 7,000 viewers now, Jack. Just like that. Just like that.
Absolutely. Now we got Cuppet out on a hot one.
Yes, we do. Oh my goodness!
And puts it in the wall, but hopefully we can get back to the pits and get that fixed.
Yeah, that's going to come out of his paycheck. Mr. Jesse Olson coming through the first chicane, nicely, cleanly. He's got that. I like the way Olson's car is handling for the long term. I've seen a lot of guys on the edge going through some of these chicanes, so that's going to be key tonight. It's number one, track position. Number two, got a little dirt on there. Number two is consistency, not making a mistake over the chicane. So the track is narrow, hard to pass, quick brakes, quick straightaways, and hard braking zones. So it's going to be tough.
Yeah, in our pre-chat down in the pits there, the drivers were saying that it's going to be a tough track to get by people tonight. But I think we're going to see some pressure mistakes, especially in these chicanes where they're going to overcook it. Oh, yeah. And we will see a decent amount of action.
We just saw John Ludden take her up to second position overall. Ian Jolicoeur. He's trying to get this thing. He's looking quick in warm-ups. Ooh, a lot of curb.
Yeah, and he's really bouncy over those chicanes, and I think, it's going to be dangerous if he keeps taking that much curb in the chicanes there, and he's just lost it all on this one. Might as well pull it into the ground. And he is. He hurt us.
Yeah,
he must be tuned in and got his on-dash player going at the same time.
It's all about just putting that one flyer in. No use in wasting your time. Unless you're towards the last second, you want to do a practice pit in, which we witnessed already. So here's El Merriman. He's just 0.6 off, which would be a pretty big improvement and get this last sector down. A little tight line in there, but smooth on the power hard out. This should be El's best lap. Improves a couple tenths into 8th position. Not too bad. Not too shabby for Big L. All right,
No,
cup
he
it.
did mention he was going to take it, rather conservatively through those chicanes to get clean.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Getting some air.
Cars are jumping.
Brad puts in his best lap, as does Thorpe. Thorpe finally gets that clean one in, up to P8.
Whoa! I just watched Sergio come screaming out of the pits and took Brad out.
Oh, jeez. That's not gonna... this is what is going on in Brad's mind right now. Pow!
Kapow!
Oh, yeah. We're gonna have some fun tonight, Jack. I got all kinds of goodies lined up.
I'm watching Sergio come out again. For the life of me, you can run with a track map and you can see, where you are in relationship to other cars. I don't quite understand that a lot of the time, and it's not that distracting.
History does tend to repeat itself with. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again? And expecting a different result? Jacob's on a pretty good lap. We're on board with Jesse Olsen right now. He's on a flyer, just 2/10 off the first two sectors. Like I said,
Ooh, big lockup.
Yeah, that might hurt a bit. We've been noticing that from Jesse the last couple rounds. A lot of lockups into the heavy braking areas. That might be indicating he's running quite a bit more camber than some of the guys. And then maybe a little more front brake bias. This should be an improvement. Let's see where Jesse's currently 5th. And all the way up to 2nd. Nice. Ricka, his teammate, next in line.
You know what? Without that lockup,
yeah,
he might have been into the 28s as well.
Yeah.
Still, maybe it's something we can mention to him.
Yeah.
Later on, maybe the brake sensitivity, turn it down a little bit.
Yeah, that could be it.
What do I know? What the hell do I know?
I don't know anything either, Jack. Watching Ricka come out of the final chicane. Take it to the stripe. Does not improve.
Yeah, lost it all in the last sector there. He had a good lap going. Big Al got a pretty decent first sector going here.
Yeah. Same thing with his teammate Brad. Ooh, caught a little. That's gonna hurt. I think it's gonna hurt him here in the second sector. Gotta check up a little bit, keep her on the track.
He's still got a decent lap.
Oh yeah, he does.
Ooh, a little
wiggle.
A little slidey there.
Alright, see how he handles this last chicane. The X chicane. Thorpe with his best lap. He was just in front of El Merriman. Got a little hop there. Looks like he might need some more rebound in the rear of that bad boy. Let's see. El Merriman improves the P6 up to 19.593. Very nice by El. See. I'm going to hop on DeGraw. That's his best lap, up to 12th. 130.0. Nice. Oh, what a big slide. This might be a tough night for Mark with all that ballast and limited practice thus far. All right, Ludden, just 2/10 off. This is good. He's on pace for P2, if not better. We saw Lehman really lay down the law in the last sector. Oh!
Big
Goes into the
slide
spin
by
cycle.
John.
Oh my.
2 and 3, 2 and 9/10 laps in, and just lose it. It's got to be frustrating.
Well,
Coming on a hot one, and Big Al on a good one too.
It looks like Al's really got that first sector down. He's going to do 2 flyers here. You got to expect if they're doing 2 laps, the second lap should be better than the first. Get the fuel burn off. Okay, lost 3/10 to Lehman's time.
It's still good if he can keep it together.
Yep. He does turn in early for that as he's braking. I don't know if that's the preferred way to go through there or not. It might be. Al to the line. Does not improve. Coupe! Coupe just 2/10 off going to the final chicane. Coupe stays a little wider.
It would appear that I
it.
watched Brad and Al. It would appear that they're struggling in the chicanes slightly.
Yep. Yeah, Coupe just blew it all in the last turn. This is, it's pretty frustrating when you do that. And I've been there 1,000 times. Olsen 4/10 off in the first sector. Brake squealing into that chicane.
Well, it looks like Lehman has really, as you said, he definitely threw the gauntlet down with that lap that he's put in there.
Yeah. He got through that final chicane amazingly well. See if someone can match him. I'm board with Olsen. He's way off on this one. Let's see who's got a good one. Take a look at Damian Hall here. Just 1.8 off to the first two sectors. He's got Brad, I think, coming up behind him. But he's on his best lap of the night, so you don't need to move over for Brad, that's for sure.
No, he's looking pretty good.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's L behind him. Little wheel squeal and brake squeal going in there. Let's see what he's got here. P14 currently. Improves, but not positioned. That's his personal best.
It was, and that was a decent looking lap too.
Mr. John Ludden, looks like he's on his best one.
Bit of a flyer here too.
Let's see. He's 3.7 off the pole, but only 100th off of the front row. Whoa! Coupe in the spin cycle in the final chicane. Let's see, Ludden. And he does not improve. Oh, so close. Seems like that final chicane
it is so close.
Critical. It's critical. Chiordia, Iggy, with a nice first sector, only half a second off. De La Torre reconnecting. Should be here shortly. Just 46 seconds left, so just about everyone's on their last what do you want to call it? Their final the coup de grace. Oh, Ludden done. Oh, and he almost collects Bjorn and his teammate.
Well, if Al can hold these last few corners together, he may improve. And that was as good as I've seen him come through that last chicane.
Chiordia does not improve, but he gets one more crack. Merriman. That was his best lap, P6. All right. Coppet, Olsen, all taking one last crack at it.
And that was Big Al's PB lap, too.
Yes. So this is the final hurrah.
Now, just an FYI, Chris, before we go into everything else, you don't have to touch anything when the race starts, okay? Just let it happen. You'll end up back in the pits.
All right. So don't hit drive just before the race starts. Yeah,
let the race
once
start.
The lights come on, I hit drive. That's when I've been screwing up.
Yes.
Oh, there goes L. Off. Bam. Yard sale. First chicane. Taylor. That is not his best. Anyone else with a crack at it? We got Olsen coming around. He's not going to be there. It's not going to be a good lap. He's well off.
No.
Chiordia. Our final hope for an improvement. Taking a lot of curb.
His last chance.
He needs half a second to move up plus. Oh, nope. Not happening. And that'll do it. And that's some body damage.
Yeah, Brad's out there on track. I don't know what he's doing. So is Jolly Balls, but Jolly Balls is...
Yeah. They're allowed to come out now. After the last guy starts his last lap, you're allowed to come out. But we should be kicking over. I'm going to take a quick 1 minute break here, and I'm going to have a quick. Let's see here. What we got going on here? Yeah.
Brad's out there. He's the only one out there. He's not. Oh, 2 turns from flying over. So we're now in wait time.
Yes. I will give you just a second here. I'll be right back.
Super. So while Chris is away, let me just run it down. Matt Lehman threw down the hot one. He's only carrying 10 kilos of ballast. He's got a 128.656 in there, put in 8 laps, and well done. Only one in the 128, so great job by Mr. Matt Lehman. As he mentioned earlier, Joe LaCour and McKinday, both with penalties. Joe LaCour with a 40K, McKinday with a 10K. We've got 63 laps tonight. 8 cuts is going to be a 1-lap penalty. And just for FYI, we saw most of the guys I didn't see any blatant cuts on their qualifying laps. But if they do, and he won pole, Matt Lehman will be watched for his qualifying laps. And if he does, he will lose that point. But as it stands now, Lehman with the extra point tonight. So last week it was McKinday, Maris, and Olsen, 1, 2, 3. Who's it going to be tonight?
All right, Jack. The sponsors are happy. They like what they're seeing out there tonight. So that's a good thing.
That's
a
good.
good thing.
Talking about sponsors, just quickly, boys, this is all funded through donations by you. And if you haven't donated, don't wait. Throw us a few bucks. We could use it to keep the servers, keep everybody happy.
Yeah, you know what? You don't want to make Johnny Cash mad at you. I'm just saying, just for the record. All right.
Oh, you break me up, I'm telling you.
All right.
So it's a beer Belgium night tonight.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I do have a Belgian style beer, I do believe, right here. Actually, I just finished one. Actually, let me crunch up another one I finished earlier. All right. Yeah, you want to run down the order here, Jack? Let's just take a look-ski what we got. What do you think?
Sure, I'll start them off with the top 5 here. Matt Lehman with the pole. Jesse Olsen in second. John Ludden in third. So it's Celine. All those darn Celines. In fourth is Jonathan Cuppet with a Maserati. And Sean Ricker with a Celine in fifth. Oh, those Celines.
Too many dang Celines. P6, we got Al Merriman. That's one of his best qualifying positions of the year. Matt Taylor, 7th. 8th, Ian, our jolly Canadian Mountie, is 8th, and 7th for Josh Slade. 9th, we have Dan Thorpe. And 10th, we have, I hope I'm doing this right.
No, you're good.
Brad Mears, I'm sorry, is 10th.
It's Maris. I don't think you.
No, actually, it's Mears. He's never spoke up. His real pronunciation is Mears, so I'm going to call him Mears from now on.
He's always told me it's Maris, and why the hell can't you guys just figure that one out? So, we're just giving you the gears here. So, Alan Jacobs in 11th. Good qualifying for Alan in the Maserati. Mark DeGraw carrying 90 kilos in 12th. He should be in 22nd, not 12th. Iggy Chordia with the Corvette in 13th. Good qualifying for Ian. Damian Hall in the Lambo in 14th. Omar Gomez in the Corvette in 15th.
16th, Bjorn Heyman. Despite that fantastic run he had last week, a little disappointed, I'm sure, in that result. Greg Myers is 17th, and rounding out the field, 18th, Sergio Calderon in the Lamborghini. And he can only go up from here. That's a good position to be in, if you think about it that way, right?
Yeah, I talked to both those guys earlier on. Both Bjorn and Greg. Both of them said, yeah, we had great races last week, but we hate this track. So Bjorn said, if you think I'm going to finish it like I did last week, you're sorely mistaken. But I am looking for bigger things from Bjorn to help out Robber Dogs.
we go.
8 cuts, you get a 1 lap penalty.
And we're away into turn 1. Matt Lehman leading the way. It's going to be tight these first couple turns. You got to sort it out. Ludden, followed by Olsen, side by side. Both purple helmets, side by side.
Yeah, go easy, boys. Your teammates.
You got to sort it out. You got to go for it now. You got to get single file before this first chicane. This one could be critical. Got a couple guys pulling out here. See if we get all lined up. We got the got to go by guys lined up evenly, nicely.
Yeah, everybody's doing a good job so far. Watching my way from front to back. They're all doing a good job.
A lot of guys fishtailing. Trying to get through this.
Yeah, cold tires this first lap. They really got to take it easy.
Brad's gonna be, or Al's gonna be a little unhappy with that start. Back to 9th.
Well, yeah, well, as you said, they got to go by, boys. 9 and 10.
It's gonna be tough to pass tonight, Jack.
It is indeed, but as we talked earlier, I think there's going to be some slipping and sliding going through some of these chicane.
Taylor with a good start. P6. Whoa. Bjorn with a big overtake. Oh, and he lost it. He lost it. Oh my. Get it back together, Bjorn.
Yeah.
Get it back together.
In.
Oh my God. The horror. The horror.
The agony of defeat.
Back to the back.
Whoa, Ludden and Olsen both missed the chicane.
Let's see how this shakes out here. Oh, Ludden's going to lose a lot of spots.
Everybody goes by. Of course, look at that. Ian Jolicoeur just shot by like a cannon on the inside of Matt Taylor. There, said, I'm coming through.
Took advantage. Ian sees an inch. He's taking it as he's fishtailing that Maserati around the turn 7 complex down to this tight right-hander. Oh man, it's a traffic. This rush hour.
Al Merriman, Brad Maris just about ran into the back of Al Merriman there. So but jeez.
Wow, second on back, it's a train. Lehman's got to be smiling from ear to ear.
Well, he's already
let him fight it out.
Second lead out.
Not so hard to pass. Whoa, cup it. Putting the heat on. Jesse, I like to park at the Apex Ocean. Look out.
Well, Ricker's right in behind Cup.
Oh, Ricker's got to move.
Look on the inside.
On board with Ricker. Whoa, that was tight.
You're right. There is quite a train going here, and you know what? This train's probably going to be continue for a while because they were all pretty close in qualifying times, and this train is playing right into the hands of Matt Lehman.
This guy's got to remain patient. Guys are going to make mistakes. Just got to stay close enough to capitalize on it, not push it too much. See, I'll come barreling through that second chicane. You don't want to hit those barriers there. Man, the whole field's there. The whole field.
They are all right there.
Besides Bjorn.
From 2 to 10. 2 to 11, all the way back to Alan Jacobs. And Damian Hall's hanging on the back of Jacobs, so got a little tail swivel there, but great action here. Yeah, you know, this is only lap 4 out of 63, so they really need to show a little bit of patience. It will open up. You know, passing opportunities will present themselves.
All right, so we got Olson, Cuppet, Ricka, Jolicoeur, Taylor, Ludden, Thorpe, Merriman, and Mears, top 10.
Yeah, Mears. We don't know who Mears is. Might be a substitute for Brad Mears tonight. Is Brad Mears? Yep. Now, is that Mears or Mirrors?
Well, I don't know if he uses his mirrors, but we can call him Mears. What do you call him, Mears? You say potato, I say potato, Jack. What do you think?
I think I'm not going to antagonize him because he's my driving instructor.
Yeah,
I may need to call upon his services in the future.
Yeah, if you antagonize Mr. Brad Mears, Marys, this is what you get right there, boys and girls.
You know, they are all backing up in these chicanes, and it's keeping them all close together.
You know what? Lehman, I don't know if he's had a little mistake. He was starting to pull it out, but he's kind of gave. Oh, got back, Coupe! Hold on, Coupe! Oh, he lost.
Oh,
Ricka, Coupe, side by side. Cuppet's got the preferred line. And he got it back, maybe.
But you know who has the preferred line is Jolicoeur. He's saying, I can just slide through here, and he's coming through.
Oh, boy. Oh, Ricka got him back. He answered.
Absolutely. Nice comeback here. But you know what? Jolicoeur's carried a better line through those last couple of corners. And Matt Taylor joins the fray. Coming along and passing Jolicoeur like he's standing still.
Yep. He caught a little dirt. Coming out of that chicane. Make room, boys.
Ludden is saying, me too, me too. He's trying to get in on this.
It's going.
Here comes Dan Thorpe as well.
Oh, my. Oh! Banzai! Banzai! Oh, contact!
Slap him. Just swap paint.
Oh, Banzai! Very good, very good. Reminds me. Yes, that was a Banzai moment brought to you by NGP TV, ladies and gentlemen. Back to the action.
Back to the action. Now, just behind them, we've got holy jumping. They're all backed up there. We had Maris and Merriman in behind those two guys, and they're probably saying, "Holy jumping! What are you guys doing up there?"
Oh my! There's definitely a lot of paint missing off the side of these expensive exotic sportsters. That's for sure. All right, so we got up front. We got Lehman from the Empire State. Then we got a couple more Salines, the Purple Helmet boys, Ricker and Olson. Then we got the TCB boys of Coupe and Taylor, also known as Chew, followed by the merry, jolly Canadian Ian Jolly Balls Jolicoeur, who's putting some heavy pressure on Matt Taylor right now, for sure. Two Maseratis, Matt's got 30 kilos, Ian's got 40. Then we got Ludden and another Saline. He's finally cleared Thorpe, and he's going looking to close the gap. Brad is out. Brad is out.
I didn't catch it. What happened?
I don't know. What the hell happened?
Brad Maris is out.
Oh my.
You know, I dragged Brad up, but you know that would be nothing. Oh, he left the server. You know that would be nothing but F-bombs. So
yeah,
probably best we don't.
Yes.
Even though we have been instructed by the producers of the show to grab guys when they go out.
My lawyer has advised us against doing that, along with my family doctor.
I didn't see what caused that.
Me either.
But you know, I was expecting some terminal incidents at these chicanes at some point.
All right, Ludden has just turned the fastest lap of the race. with that little bit of fresh open track he had, and he's closed it right back up on Ian. So let's jump on board with John Luton here for a minute while I take a sip. Showing his nose, trying to get him off his game. Oh, nice drop through the chicane for both guys. So a 29.724 race pace. That is not far off the qualifying pace. And no. Jack, we're gonna see guys go as far as like 23, 24 laps tonight, and other guys split it up evenly, the 63 laps. So we'll see how this plays out with track position. You might want to pit early. Oh, Ian, just let him go.
Yep.
That's a veteran move there by Ian. He knew he was a lot faster. Let him go. Smart move. Early in the race. See if he can fall. And I know Ian's thinking, he goes, I'll let John lay on the horn and get through a few cars, and I'll move up with him. I'll just be a tag along, and once he lays on the horn, I'll just keep going right with him. So there you have it. All right, Cuppage, he's starting to fall under pressure from his teammate here. I don't know if there's going to be team orders, Jack. What do you think? You think there's going to be a call in from the pits? Multi 33. No,
I don't think so.
Last seat for Shepard. Come in, Shepard. Over. That's multi 33. No copy. Pick it up. We're going through a tunnel. Over. No, there's no tunnels on the track. Over.
Okay, just a little farther back, we've had Mark DeGraw and Greg Myers go by Omar Gomez. Omar having a little bit of trouble back there in the Corvette. So DeGraw up to 13th with the fat lady in the back, and Greg Myers, Mr. Smooth, in 14th right now.
Something's happened again with Ludden. Ludden has fallen back again behind Ian. He's just in front of El Merriman. So the show I put on a Brands Hatch on Monday, maybe Ludden's trying to copy that, see how much, which reminds me, Jack,
yes,
we do have some awards to give out tonight, including the NAGP Golden Shovel Award, pictured on your screen there, ladies and gentlemen, for the most gravel scooped up by any one driver. So viewers, keep your eyes out for the nominate your golden shovel.
We didn't see what happened to Brad, but he must have hit dirt or wall. Had to hit wall.
Yep. Let's hope. Let's hope it's a technical issue. Let's hope he just blinked out, so to speak. Did you look to see if Brad's still around? Is Brad still around? Is he in the paddock? Is he still at his motor coach, Jack? Send our pit reporter down to see if he's still around. Alright, we're still tight up front here, and no one's getting... Oh! Olsen! Throws it off coming out of the first chicane. Critical error. Critical. Watch the rejoin there, Jesse. Alright. Oh, another car off!
Whoa, yeah, who was that?
That's Jolicoeur. Off. Uh-oh, the wheels are starting to come off, some of these guys. Starting to come off.
Well, it's only lap 9. I mean, we had a heads up that the tires might get a little, squirrely later on in the stint, but it's lap 9. But you know what? These guys are pressing.
All right, that drops Olsen all the way from 2nd to 9th, and that's good. That is tough because there's no easy passing here. And Jolicoeur's dropped behind Merriman. So Merriman, who's back to 9th, is now up to 6th. Patience is a virtue.
And very interesting. Whoa. Big bottle by Al Merriman there as I watched him. But very interesting. It looked like Al and Brad were, I'm not going to say cautious or tentative, but it looked like they were taking their time, going through the chicanes, in a very controlled way. And you know what? With Al pulling himself up to 6th right now, that might not be a bad move for these guys to maybe take it a little easier through those chicanes.
see you
Oh,
back
it
with
looked like
the...
a ski jumper on that last year.
Oh, yeah. Well, looking at the TCB boys, they're nose to tail still. Still haven't had the call over the radio, Jack. No multi-33s or 34s.
No, and they got a bit of a gap, you know, back to Ludden.
Yeah.
And, you know, Ludden's got a bit of a gap back to Merriman. So they're getting themselves spaced out after 10 out of 63 here. But a couple of guys are having decent raises. Alan Jacobs in P10 and Damian Hall in P11 right now.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Jacobs is putting the screws to Jesse. And Jesse taking some interesting lines there again, like last week at Spa. Kind of using some track. I don't think someone could... it reminds me of the other award for the night.
Is that the Big Ass Award?
Yeah, well, pretty much. It's the Dumbass Award of the week. That can be voted on, ladies and gentlemen, for the stupidest move we've seen all week here on the circuit. So be sure to vote for your favorites, and we'll go from there. All right.
Okay, I just peed myself, so
Hey, man, if you can't have fun, why do any of it? Whoa! Just jumped on board with Taylor. Taylor doing some agricultural ski jumping over the sausage curbs. Yeah. And you got to use a little bit of sausage curbs here. You know, and that could tie you into the purple helmet sausage customers. I don't know. Let's go.
Yeah. You know, just taking a look here, you know, Joel Core here, just sliding that car around like crazy, and that's sort of allowed Dan Thorpe to get up on his tailpipe.
Yeah, let's go on board with Dan. Whoa! See if Dan's can make any inroads on Ian. Now, these guys, you heat up the tires. It takes a while to cool them down, and you got to take it easy. You can't be tail swinging your tail out too much over the curbs and such, or you can be asking for trouble. So, Jack, we've got quite a while to the first pit stops. It's pretty slow.
Yeah,
pretty slow track.
Yeah. It is. It's quite a ways to Tipperary. A question for you, Chris.
Yes.
Maybe, you know, just an FYI, you know, maybe not so much for me, but for maybe some of our viewers. Why would these guys, when they have a 6-speed gearbox available to them, want to use only 5 gears?
I have not spent that much time with the cars, but these are not such modern cars where you're not losing a little on the shifts. So, whoa! Big cut from Damian Hall on board. Oh, DeGraw goes by for P12. So they're good. Each shift will lose you a little bit of time to some degree, and then it's...
Oh, Jolicoeur off track.
Oh.
Dan Thorpe got...
Oh, hold on.
Oh, Olsen just flew in there.
Yep, you gotta be opportunistic.
Right behind him.
Oh, and there's Ian's teammates right there behind him. Yep.
Sorry to bust in on your technical report there, but
some of it
there was a little bit of action.
You know, and then also the torque of the engine where it's making its power. If you got a pretty broad band for torque and horsepower, you might not need that shift. So you can still make equal power and lower revs, and that's just one less shift to make. Whoa! And Ian just did an opposite lock. Let's get on. Ian, I think, has pretty much toasted his tires here. So let's have a little fun and get on board with Ian. Let's take a look.
He's got 40 kilos as well. So. You know, those behind him, I mean, well, geez, we got Iggy Shorty up to 11th now, so that's a great run by Iggy so far. Oh, what's going on there? Olsen off. What happened there? What happened?
Oh, what happened?
I saw somebody off track. Oh. Is that Alan Jacobs? No, that's Ludden. Ludden in P11.
Ludden has gone off again. Oh, boy.
Whoa, Damian Hall puts it in the wall.
Oh, no.
Hall in the wall. Hall in the wall.
Oh, let's take a look.
It just bounces her back out on track.
Let's see. That's carbon fiber. He
Whoa,
might not-
Ludden's out after.
Ludden's done.
Out, gone, done.
Oh. Oh, heartbreak. Ludden.
You know what? I just think back, Al tiptoeing through, not that he's tiptoeing, he's doing a fine job. Tiptoeing through these chicanes and not having any trouble. Now at the P5.
Yep, it's all about not making mistakes at this point.
Well, it appears to be.
Yeah, I think some guys are just... We're down to 16 already, eh, Jack? They're dropping like flies. Greg Myers just turned his best lap of the race. And I need another drink.
Okay, Taylor just went by Cuppet, so...
There we go. The orders finally came through.
Yeah. The owner said, get the hell out of his way. We think he's got some speed, some pace on you. And so Matt Taylor's going to take the gauntlet and run with it.
Meanwhile, Ricka, he's only slipped to 4 seconds back. It's been seesawing between 3 and 4 from Lehman to Ricker. Taylor now 7 seconds. We'll see from this point to the first pit stop. So first pit stops are going to start about... Guys might pop in early as 19, maybe 20. The splitting it even will be 21. Guys can go as long as 23 to 24, somewhere in there. So we're going to start seeing... someone feels like they're getting held up. Not a bad move to jump in early. And see if you can get some clear track and bang out some fast ones.
Well, actually, as you mentioned that, Ricker's down to about 3.5 seconds behind.
Oh,
so,
wow.
I don't know if Ricker's picked up the pace.
I think that might have been a little error by Lehman, because everyone seemed to pick up to him there. He might have got a wheel off.
Yeah, that last lap by Lehman was a little slow. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't slow, but it was just a little slower. Actually, quite a bit slower.
He's dropping. I don't know if... I just checked his car for damage, Jack. I didn't see anything.
No, that last lap, it was well off half a second slower.
Let's take a look here. Oh, yeah. Look at the lap times. It's been pretty even. He lost a full half second this last time around. We'll take a look and see where he comes through on this lap. Comparing to Ricker. Ricker, he didn't pick up a ton there, but Ricker might have a little more pace. More consistently in the 130s for Ricker, and he's gone 0.3 quicker overall. And there's a big cross up from Lehman. I don't know, the purple helmet guys might have a little bit better setup for the long haul. We'll see how it plays out. It still comes down to the driver making it happen. Taylor, by the way, is moving.
Yeah, he's putting a little bit of gap on his teammate there, Jonathan Cuppet.
Yeah, Nell just turned his fastest lap of the race. 30.3. Very well done.
It's a good lap. Yeah, Jesse Olsen giving Dan Thorpe a good look-see.
Let's go on board with Thorpe. Up the fourth gear to see if Dan or Jesse uses first. Whoa! Oh, dirt. See you later. That'll cost you. So Jesse with a 30.5 is his fastest lap. Thorpe a 30.8. Whoa, that's a cut.
Whoa, Olsen. That big cut there for Olsen. Like huge.
Shame is it's a mistake and he didn't gain any time, but cut's a cut unless you're forced to do it. That's why it's the 10% rule. No driver should be in this league should not be skilled enough not to do it 90% of the time. Do it right. So.
Well, absolutely. I mean, the odd one. Yeah, you might overcook it, come in hot, and the only way to keep the car going in the right direction is to make the cut. But I mean, they got 8 cuts before they lose a lap. I mean, give me a break here.
Yep. Cup is
And very
not letting
clean
that
on
get
that
away.
one.
Taylor's struggling a little bit. I think Taylor's tires are starting to go off right about now. Did a 31.2 last lap. Looking at Ricker, did a 30.8, 0.5 for Lehman. So Lehman's trying to stretch it back out again. There's so easy to lose time on this track. Just dropping a wheel off is going to cost you quite a bit. So, in these chicanes, getting a little wheel hop here and there. So, expect these gaps to fluctuate quite a bit.
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's just going to take. Now, I don't know. Apparently, our pre-race intel was pit entrance is pretty good. It shouldn't be a problem. But with only a 3-second gap between first and second, you better be pretty clean coming in on your pit stop here.
Yes, sir.
And I'm just watching Al Merriman roll along, and he is, running pretty decent laps here and catching up to the back of Jonathan Cuppet.
Yeah, I mean, I know, hopefully none of the team managers are watching, but I know the listers are going to run long on field, so he's going to make up ground at the end. Any of the teams that tried to split the difference. So Al's potentially still. Oh, Taylor goes wide. Al did not find a clean way by. Oh, Taylor is struggling with that car.
Exit out of here, and I think Al's got him down on the inside.
Yeah,
making a move on Taylor.
Yeah. I'm surprised Taylor's fighting back.
Whoa, a little bit of a slide there by Al, but it looks like he's going to hang on to it.
Yep, he's got him.
Oh.
Al up to fourth.
Yeah, take your time through there, Al.
Yeah, don't want to cut. That's the easiest one to cut. Yep.
So.
Tire wear's starting to take effect, Jack.
Yeah, 18, they got to get in there, 21, 22 laps. But Al got a 1 second advantage on his last lap over Matt Taylor there.
Yeah. All right, this is where we get paid. This is where the drivers get paid to make the hay. Meanwhile, looks like Greg Myers is starting to put the heat on Damian Hall.
Absolutely, and Damian Hall having a decent race tonight.
The sound of that Lister and the Lambo together is like sweet music to me. Sounds great. All right, this looks like. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Ricca is. I think they have a superior setup to the Empire State guys. He's really starting to reel in Lehman. The purple blue helmet.
That is coming down.
Yep. They're really smooth out there. And then we got the next group with Cuppet, Merriman, and Taylor. And then Thorpe and Olsen still close. And Joe LaCour has dropped back, as has his teammate Alan Jacobs. So not looking good for these guys. I'd say the top. Taylor. What happened to Taylor? Taylor back to 7th. He must have had an off.
Absolutely, he's sliding all over the place. It looks like Olsen's gotten by.
A lot of guys sliding around. Meanwhile, Brad is starting to put the heat on him.
Those tires must be pretty much fried after almost 20 laps.
Chiorda and Hall battling it out along with Myers. This is coming down. This is when hey, maybe I used up too much tire on that first stint. I'm getting held up, Let me jump in the pits right now.
Fuel, get new tires.
Yep.
Get them settled down and just put in decent, clean laps and keep the tires nice and cool.
Struggling. He did a 134 and then they just did a 142. Jeez.
Whoa, a 142. That's not good.
He's now 20. He was less than 10 seconds. Now he's 23 seconds behind the lead. I think those tires are gone off the rear of that car. He is Let's go on board to see if you can even hold on to this bad boy. You should bring this in this lap.
Now, Damian Hall in the pits. Jolicoeur in the pits.
Yep. Jolicoeur took our advice. Even if you're not splitting the fuel equally, you know, splitting the tire wear equally is not a bad idea.
So heating up just before pit stops, and I guess they want to try and stay as close as possible. Big Al Merriman looking at that last podium position, trying to stay right in behind Cup. It'd be interesting to see how they come into the pits. But we know Cup may come in, and Big Al may stay out and try and squeeze an extra lap or two out of that fuel sipper.
Yep.
You know, that very controversial fuel sipper.
Yeah, that's all smoke and mirrors, Jack, and we know it.
It is, absolutely. You know, every car here's got to do 2 stops. It's that simple.
And the fuel flow is critical, and some guys are electing to go for a little bit more pace and losing a little bit of time in the pits, and that's their call, you know. And then other guys who are staying out and maximizing their time spent standing still are capitalizing on it. So it's always frustrating when you think in your head, oh yeah, I'm faster than this guy, I'm going great, and all of a sudden they beat you out of the pits. But you know what? Maybe if they're running as low a fuel as you were, you wouldn't be running faster than them. So you gotta look at the big picture. DeGraw in the pits as well.
I just love shout out here. You know, Iggy Shorty is up to P9, and that's a great run for Iggy.
Yeah.
Even though I think I saw either Iggy or Omar post up on the forum there how they thought that the Corvette was a little bit of caca poo-poo. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, top 10, you can't complain here.
Well, listen, another thing to mention, this was the last chance for drivers to switch cars, and there's a lot of cars to pick. And nobody made the switch.
Big Al chasing down Cuppet right now.
Cuppet doing a wiggle here before pit lane. He might be saying, I'm going in.
And he is. Yep. You called that right.
Yep.
And that's good for Al, because now Al's
Olsen, done! Olsen, out!
Out! Olsen, out!
Oh my.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yep.
I didn't think we'd have attrition like this at this track, to be honest with you.
This is a tough track. This one's a tough one.
It's tough, but I didn't think that actually, I thought they'd struggle. I thought they'd have, at some point they'd lose it on the chicanes, and it would cost them positions. I didn't think it would cost them the race, and I guess Brad was the first one we saw actually punch right out of here.
Yeah, I think Al just lost a little bit of time in traffic. Al's got to be careful with that first chicane. Let's see, I think Al lost a couple seconds out of that.
He's been taking those chicanes so cleanly, though. It appears slow, but, as Brad Maris sometimes say, slow in, fast out.
Oh, I forgot, Jesse. Hold on a second. Hold on. There you go. The horror! Alright, back to live action.
What was that all about? Oh, man. You should have pulled him up here.
Oh, we can do that. I'm leaving that all at your discretion. You know what? Because, this is me right here. I don't know what the hell's going on, so I'm letting you pick when to bring guys in. All right, Lehman's in. Our leader's in. Leader's in the pits, as is his teammate Thorpe. They're stopping on 23. And everybody's coming in on 23. So everyone's going the limit on fuel to start. I'm sorry, they're technically going in on 22. L's going to go to 23. Ricka is going to go. Whoops. Pardon me. Ricker's going to go to 23. So I know this is all farther the listers can go from my intel. So.
Geez, for some reason, I'm not getting their pit times.
Yeah, me either. I don't know what's going on with that. I wish we could get that. That would tell us a lot of what's going on. All right, Lehman's out. Let's see where Lehman cycles in at. All right. It's not going to tell us anything. So we only got 3 guys going the 23 laps. It's Ricker and Celine, which is horribly bad
and
on
Ricker
fuel,
in the
and
pits.
It went the distance.
Merriman coming in the pits.
Yep. So everyone's going to come in. Oh, Myers!
Myers off track there.
Oh, a candidate for the Golden Shovel Award.
And definitely, but you know what? It wouldn't surprise me that Myers is running. I'm going to keep an eye on his gearbox here. That he is running a 6-speed. He's going to squeeze out something silly like 28 laps out of that car. He's the only guy I know could do it.
Here comes. He's got to hustle to get this, take the lead here to get some sponsor time for Adidas. Yes, he's going to go on to the final lap. Is he going to beat him out?
Yeah, I think she is.
He's going to beat him out. Let's see where Lehman comes out of this. So Greg Myers.
Greg Myers is now in the lead. He will love that. You know, he'll be talking about that for a week.
Yep.
Yeah, I got 1 lead lap.
All right, here we go. Ricka coming out. It's going to be tight. Between Ricker and Lehman. They just had less than 3 seconds separating them. How are we cycling out here? No. Ooh, a lot closer though. Less than a second behind.
And Ricker in behind Lehman right now.
Here comes L's coming out. Al lost some time, so that might say
he did.
Unless he overshot his pit box, Al might be the only guy to fill it up all the way. We'll see. And this is coming
so much for the fuel sipper.
Yeah. And this is coming to play with now Al's he's a couple seconds beyond Cuppet. All right, let's get Greg a little.
Joel Accord, just barely hangs onto it there. Boy, oh boy.
He made up a spot. Couple spots. Taylor slipping back. And Taylor's under heat from Alan Jacobs. This is a big race for Taylor. And a big race. That's a big race for a lot of guys as far as the points championship goes. I mean, McKenday's out. Brad dropped, so no points for McKenday. No points for Mears. Thorpe, back in 7th. He's 3rd in the championship, tied with Taylor.
Doesn't the team get points with DeVry in the car?
Yes, they do. So, here's your championship battle lead right here. It's Thorpe and Taylor, 7th and 8th. Luden's out. Olson's out. This is Cuppet, Merriman, Ricka. They could all take big leaps in the championship. Jack.
Well, with McKinday out, yes.
Greg Myers just went for lap 25. Newsflash. Over. Greg is going to go 25 laps in this thing. Is there an egg under his gas pedal? There is a incredible edible egg under his gas pedal.
Right now, I told you, he's about the only guy I know who can squeeze this thing out.
Yeah. Coast. Clutch and coast. Clutch and coast. Hey, maybe he can get to 26. Maybe he can do a one-stopper. I'm doubting it.
Now, at 63 laps, he'd have to go to 32.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're right. That's right. Yeah,
now, mind you, 32 is only 7 away. He's in. He's coming in. Finally. And, he's probably saying, I was just seeing how far I could go.
All right, L had a pretty awful outlap. He's lost a little bit of ground in the Cuppet. Ricker's got his tires warmed up, so we're going to see what Ricker's got for Lehman in the Celine-on-Celine battle. Meanwhile, Lehman is coming up to Sergio Calderon, just locked it up. We'll see how this works out. Now, Sergio is an interesting guy to lap. He tends to... I don't mean that in a mean way. You got to understand what he does. And some of these guys don't understand how he does it yet. So, here's Lehman. You might give him the lights, and you might give him the... and see what happens here.
Well, I'll be honest with you. You know what? In my own personal experience, I try to be super aware of who's coming up.
Yep.
I try to be aware of the corners that are coming up, the best opportunity, and don't piss me off by giving me the lights because I know you're coming up.
Yeah.
You know, but you don't have to say get out of my way. I'm not going to throw in the dirt for you, but I will get out of your way. So we'll see how Sergio handles this. He should move over just about now.
Let's see here. Sergio's normally pretty good, but he tends to break on the racing line, so you got to be careful. Ooh, didn't give any room for error there. Ricca through. Well, Ricca took advantage of it.
Yeah, he sure did, but Sergio moved over and let them both through, when really, he could have taken that line and said to Ricca, you just wait till I get through this corner. But, you know, good on Sergio. But
big lockup from Lehman. The battle's on for the lead.
Less than half a second separating these boys.
Let's see. Let's go on board with Ricca. Let's see if he thinks this is time to push. This is give it the beans time or not. He wants to push his limits here and see if he can.
Absolutely. He wants this.
Meanwhile, Taylor's under heat from Jacobs as well.
Jacob, yeah.
We'll stay on board here with Ricker here for a lap or so. See what.
Yeah, I'll keep my eye on these two boys back here, Taylor and Jacobs. And Mr. Myers with his extender version of racing is sitting at 11.
I don't think that helps
decent
him much.
Finish for him.
Yeah, you know he's going to have quick stops to finish. I'm not saying
it helped a lot, but you know, Greg's the kind of guy who thought, well, I just thought I'd try it, you know, see what would happen. So that is really close there for Lehman and Ricker. Well, I'm showing Ricker with a faster time.
Yeah. We've got another lap car coming up soon, and that's going to be Bjorn. He'll be the next one in line. Olsen just came back in the circle. Uh-oh, somebody's off. Who was that? Ah, that was Calderon off. That's will allow a few guys to go by. Including Joel.
Well, yeah, Joel is going to slide by there.
Al is struggling a bit. He's dropped a few seconds. That might have been Al. Might have been tangling with Calderon. Let's take a look at Al's car. Make sure it's clean.
Al's looking pretty good.
All right.
Time-wise, he's looking pretty good.
Yeah. Oops, wrong button.
But I know Al will not want Ian pushing him, you know, ahead for sure.
The ground Ian made up, you got to think he just took enough fuel to go another 20. Oh, Lehman goes wide.
Pressure by Ricker.
Yeah. So we know Joe LaCour is not going to have a fast final stop. So. Oh, more. Oh,
big
Lehman's
lock up by Lehman there.
He's feeling the heat. The heat is on. I'm telling you. Oh, another lockup. Oh, time to work that brake bias or something there, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, watching Matt, especially in qualifying, his car is very active over the bumps. Purple helmet guys.
Nice clean by Ricker coming out of that last corner. It just looks like Matt is fighting that car.
He is.
And, you know, I don't know what the difference in the setup for these two cars is, but Ricker looks very comfortable taking the curves and the chicane, and very smooth in his lines going through the corner. So It might be the lines on the car or the setup. I'm not sure which one, but it's got to be, or maybe a combination of the two.
Yeah, I think Lehman's got definitely the car's more active at the rear. Maybe stiffer roll bar, stiffer shocks or springs in the rear. Because he's definitely, you've seen him kick the rear end out quite a bit in some of the turns, which is not good for the rear tire wear or heat. These guys are all on soft tires tonight.
Well, thankfully you got a little cooler temperatures out there tonight.
I'm telling you, Jack, this one's a marathon, man. This one's a marathon. It's a long race. It's a very slow track. And fatigue's going to play a factor. Who can keep the concentration level
we
up?
We haven't even got to the halfway lap, or halfway point.
Yep. And I might have to visit the sponsors several times tonight, the way things are going.
Absolutely. I may have to hit the head. So, just a little rundown. We got Lehman, Ricker, Cuprick, Merriman, Jolicoeur, Thorpe, Taylor, Jacobs, DeGraw, and Shorty are your top 10. Myers, Gomez, Damian Hall, Bjorn Heyman, Sergio Calderon, and Jesse Olsen. Oh, Jesse Olsen is just back in the pits.
All right. We just had a mistake from Ricka right when Lehman was catching Bjorn. So Ricker was probably licking his chops, pushing for a little extra, maybe thinking there might be an opportunity there.
And he pushed a little hard into that corner, too. A little deeper.
Oh! Jolicoeur! Out!
Jolly ball's out!
Oh, my.
I missed that.
Oh, my God. The horror. Oh, my God.
Again, I'm surprised that there's such big attrition tonight.
Yeah. And I'm just really ticked off that I'm not catching. Oh, Lehman didn't trust Bjorn backing off, which, you know, sometimes you can't do it. I mean, it's that simple. Cup it. Yeah, we'll see who took on the most amount of fuel, or if they all did. 'Cause there could be some advantages coming here and there. Alan Jacobs, meanwhile, has clawed back to Matt Taylor. With Thorpe just in front.
Yeah, all over the back of Matt Taylor. Got a good look-see. Got some...
Sergio off.
Sergio.
Oh, yeah. Sergio.
Getting all set up for the golden shovel there, Chris.
Yes, I was just about to go for the award. I'm going to pencil in. Well, we're not going to pencil in yet. We could have some more shoveling, but...
well, there might be some fan favorites out there.
Yeah. Cup it, meanwhile. Keep cranking them out, JC. It's your chance to be a hero. It's coming up. Taylor still under heavy.
Oh, Taylor
Taylor wide.
Here. Jacobs on the inside. A big bounce by Taylor got through that chicane there, and that allowed Alan Jacobs on the inside to take advantage.
Still only halfway. I mean, and these guys are 30 seconds off the lead now. You know, Matt might be looking at, hey, all my championship contenders except for Mr. Thorpe, who are up at the top, who's just in front of me, have dropped out, and he might be thinking, you know what? If I finish 6th, I lose all my weight and I get a lot of points. So 6 is his goal probably at the moment. The way things are shaking out here.
Well, it might be his goal, but Alan Jacobs might have something to say about that because Alan's running a decent race tonight, and Matt's car looks really bouncy through those chicanes.
Yeah, and Al Merriman just lost his shot at winning this race. He has put it off. He just did he lost 13 seconds last lap, and that's gonna be a killer. I'm not sure what happened to Al there.
Yeah, I missed that too.
But he's got to keep his head down now. Make sure he doesn't go over on the cut limit. See what happens.
Yeah, and Matt Lehman has got himself a little bit of breathing room there.
Yep.
Just over 2 seconds.
I'm bored with Big Al Merriman working the shifter. Looks like he's got the wrong track map on his dashboard. Looks like he's running the old ostrich ring or something. What the hell is that? I don't know. It's a nice looking helmet he's got there. A little pink visor. Yeah. Got a little stopwatch. Yeah, yeah. Looking good now. Looking good. Yeah, pink visor there. You got the 6-point harness system.
Yeah, that's the girl's visor he's got on tonight.
Yeah. Got the Danica Patrick special.
Yeah. Yeah, he must have got in the wrong locker in the change room.
Yeah, and they had to put the seat insert so he could reach the pedals. DeGracias just turned his best lap of the race. He's up to P8 with 90 kilos on board. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, McKenday's like, don't go any higher than 7th so I can drop some of this weight. He's coming up behind Sergio Calderon, who's entrenched, pardon the pun, in the Golden Shovel Award. Let's see. Oh, there's Sergio, moves offline.
Nicely done. I was impressed there.
Yeah. Sergio always has the best intentions, so put it that way. Without a doubt. A little camera time for DeGraw.
You know, we got Lehman, Rickard, Cuppet, Merriman, Thorpe, Jacobs, Taylor, DeGraw, and Iggy Jordy in 9th, and Greg Myers in 10th. So great run by Iggy Jordy in his, poo-poo caca Corvette. I actually like the sound and I like the look of the car.
That is disgusting. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. It's the wrong size. It's getting retired for next season. I know that for sure. I heard that the C6 is already getting worked on at Miller Racing and getting ready for the. Yeah, that thing is god awful. That should be like the biggest car on the track and the smallest. We'll fix that next season. It's not a bad car to drive though. It's very forgiving. Ricca getting a little bit of dirt. Alright, now the leaders are coming up on Damian Hall.
Well, he's coming up in a critical section here. Which might allow Ricca to close the gap.
Oh, he pulls offline. Well offline. Ricker will not clear him in time, and that's a bad. It's going to work out bad. Nice. Hall really sacrificed some time there.
Yeah, he did. He threw the anchor out there.
Yeah, he did.
But but he's got space behind him. Bjorn Heyman's in behind and a little ways back, so it cost him some time, but not terrible.
I might have been seeing things. All right, Alan Jacobs is looking for his best finish of the season. He is coming hard here on. He's coming up hard on Thorpe with 40 kilos on board. You got to put a shout out to Dan Thorpe, Ogie Thorpe, for 40 kilos. He's putting in quite a nice effort tonight.
Well, Thorpe and Lehman, Empire, they really put in the practice time, and it shows. And I saw that at the tail end of last season, and they picked right up where they left off last season. They're putting in the practice time, and they're in the lead for the team championship. So Lehman and Thorpe right now are in great shape for to make inroads here and stretch out their lead.
All right, so I'm making a prediction, Jack. I think Ricca is going to have a lot more tires by the end of this first stint. We get to about lap 40, about the next 5 laps. Ricker's going to close up on Lehman here. Lehman's leaving smoke trails everywhere, and he pitted a lap early as well. So I'm going to look for Ricker to get up on Lehman's tailpipes by the pit stops and overtake him. And I think right now this is Ricker's race to win. That's my prediction. And for the record,
right now it's Lehman's race to lose.
I think it's Ricker's race to win. I think it's. I don't think Lehman's got it. I don't think he's going to have it. If Ricker keeps it on track and keeps doing what he's doing, I think he's got him. So I think there's going to be a definite fuel difference no matter what. From the there was at least there was 2 laps difference on the pit stops to start. So he's got an extra 2 laps worth of fuel on board. So that's, I don't know how many liters they burn per lap, but that's 2 less laps worth of fuel he's going to have to take.
Well, if you think Lehman's in trouble, I think Dan Thorpe's in trouble.
Yeah, Thorpe's in trouble because Jacobs is giving him the business.
And Jacobs is, he had a little wobble in that last chicane he just went through, but Jacobs is looking pretty smooth out there tonight.
Yeah, I am worried about Jacobs' fuel strategy, though. Both him and Joe LaCour made up a lot of time on their pit stops, so they might not have taken as much fuel as the rest of these guys, and they might. Whoa! There's a big tank slapper.
little slider there.
Yeah, and they might lose out on this last stop that's coming up. We'll see. Very nice that turn for Jacobs.
Yeah, he is closed right up there and giving Dan a full rear view mirror.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun. I spent a lot of time last season racing with Alan. He's got good car control. He's kind of new to the league last season and online sim racing in general. And we learned a lot as the season went on, and he really showed he can be a hell of a driver. So we'll see. I expect him to keep improving this season. I know he's had a real rough start this season, especially the first couple races. He's gotten some big wrecks with guys, so that wasn't his fault. So I'd like to see him have a nice result here tonight. Good guy.
Well, he's definitely on track, to finish here very nicely, even if he finishes where he is. But I got a feeling he's going to, make a few inroads here on Dan Thorpe. But I could be wrong, and I've been wrong in the past, or you're wrong in the future.
Yep. Ask my wife. I'm wrong all the time.
Well, I could have told you that. So we're having beer on the pier here tonight. Alan Jacobs, Jason, Dan Thorpe. I think Dan was probably thinking, I'd rather be on the river having a beer.
A little bit on defensive from Ogie Ogeldorp. Leads just 1 second now. We're still on board here with Alan Jacobs.
Yeah, and Alan keeping it, apparently I'm watching his, from a rear view here, and looks like he's taking some clean lines.
Yep.
Not pushing too hard, the odd little wobble, but it's only going to take one little wobble by Dan, and Alan's going to be right there to spring forward.
Yeah. You can tell, I think the tire wear is a little rough on the MC12s. A lot of those got the MC12 drivers, a lot of fishtailing here late in the stints. Ricker's under a second now, the Lehman. See if my prediction comes true.
That's why I've called you the pit wizard for over 6 seasons now, or 6 years, which is like 12 seasons.
Yep.
You just know how to call them. Yep. It always amazed me, but that's why you're King Moses.
Yes, King Moses. Just cutting off the first syllable. You know what that's all about, Jack, don't you? Oh, Ricka just lost a full second. Must have made a mistake there.
Little bit, but I had to jump back as Alan Jacobs is really giving the chrome horn to Dan Thorpe.
Yep. Uh-oh. Getting close. You know, if I'm Dan, I can guarantee you Dan's going to jump him by quite a bit on this pit stop coming up. So if he gets in a position where Alan's can make an overtake on him, I would let him go at this point.
So you would let him go and try and hang on to the back of him?
Yeah.
Well, it's probably easier to hang on to the back than to fight him off up front.
Yeah. If he gets that run, I wouldn't fight it too much. He's showing the nose. Meanwhile, Taylor's only a little over second behind this little battle. And that's the championship battle there, Taylor and Thorpe. 5th and 7th right now. I know in the end, Taylor's looking for 6th. And if Thorpe gets 7th, that's good too. He loses all his weight as well. So, a lock up there from Thorpe. Meanwhile, Rickers continues to lose some ground now. To Lehman.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Your predictions not making
Yeah, my prediction is went AWOL.
Yeah, a little bit.
I gotta. Oh, here comes Jacobs in on 40, so he's doomed basically. I can tell you that right now. He's gonna drop way back. Whoa! Just went on board with Lehman with a big wobble out of the last chicane, or the middle chicane. I'm sorry. All right, Ricker is gonna pick up some ground right back up here. He just gained a half second there.
Yeah, on that mistake.
Yeah. It's so easy to make those mistakes. I do have a pit time on Jacobs. Finally got a pit time, Jack.
Yeah, he's one of the first ones I did get a pit time on.
Yeah. Ludden, if you're watching, fix this thing. It's not working half the time. Shout out to John Ludden, who developed the pit app that we're using tonight, or the broadcast app, I should say. It makes life so much easier.
Oh, I don't know how we could do it without it, Chris.
No,
it has made it so easy for us up here in the broadcast booth that we can now drink alcohol and still maintain enough composure to actually finish a race.
I don't know about the composure part, but definitely lots of alcohol. Lots.
43-second pit lap there.
Yeah, 43.2. Let's see if we get some other times. Oh, a little wide for Lehman there. Now we're back to under a second. Just like that. That's all it takes. Myers giving Chiordi had the business back here for P8.
Yeah, again, a couple of great runs by both Iggy Chiordi and Gregory Myers.
Yep. And we know Myers is going to have some fast. His final stop's going to be quick, considering how long he went on that first stint. He's probably going to jump DeGraw. So another prediction: Myers is going to be P7.
Yeah, unless something goes wrong there.
Yep. And we saw that right before, I think it was lap 23. Myers had a long excursion in the second chicane sand trap, which really hurt him, or else he'd probably be up in 7th right now. DeGraw's in the pits on lap 42. It's an early stop for DeGraw.
And no pit timer here for DeGraw, so they must have something turned off, Chris.
Yeah, something's askew. Meanwhile, Taylor's come on stronger in this stint, which is the opposite of what happened to him in the first stint. First stint, I think he drove it a little too hard.
And your race leaders is still Matt Lehman with Sean Ricker in second by a couple hundred yards.
Yeah. Not much at all. Here comes DeGraw's coming to blend right out into this fight for 5th position. He's going to come out right behind it. Oh, Rico with another bobble here. He's lost a little bit of time. Both guys are coming up on Sergio. Let's go. Let's jump on board with Lehman. Actually, let's jump back to Ricka.
Yeah, they got a ways to go until they catch Sergio.
Oh. Well, Sergio just went in the pits.
Sergio in the pits.
Oh, Lehman with a big lockup. Into the final chicane. Into the X chicane.
Iggy Jordy in the pit.
Oh, Iggy's in. That's good for Greg. Crank out some laps. Oh, big lockup from Lehman. Oh, my.
Yep. And that's put Ricker right in his sights again.
Yeah, and that's not... Lehman does have 10 kilos on board. That's nothing to sneeze at. Achoo. But, is what it is there. Just 3/10 now. The battle's back on again.
Whew! Near miss there at pit entrance. Matt Taylor caught on the outside of Bjorn Heyman as Bjorn stuck to the inside to let Matt take the corner, and Matt went right by into the pit. So, boy, that was
Taylor's
close.
in kind of early then.
So Coppet in, Gomez in,
Yep.
Taylor in.
Let's see how close, much ground Al can make back up on Cuppet. I expect Lehman should be in, not this lap, maybe the next one. Or he might come in this lap. We'll see here. Yes, Lehman's in. Oh! Ricka in too. They're both in together. It's going to be up to the pit crews.
Absolutely.
Pit road might be a little rough. So you guys don't overshoot the pit boxes. Taylor still getting service. Here goes Taylor. Ricka. Alright. We got no pit times, but it don't matter.
Nope. It's going to be pretty evident whoever gets it first is going to be in the driver's seat to carry it home.
Yep.
But we've seen the actions. Can you take the pressure?
We know Al's going to go at least 3 more laps, 2 or 3 more laps, and there goes Al, takes the lead. Boy, Al's probably going to be kicking himself for that mistake. Thorpe goes by into second. Thorpe stays out. This is tedious. I probably shouldn't have left the cameras on these guys.
Yeah, Damian Hall in the pits. Everybody else is spaced out. We're okay.
Oh! Oh!
They're both rolling at the same time.
Oh my.
Lehman stays out.
I thought Ricker was going to get him for a second.
So, I thought he was going to run into him.
Alright, it's no holds barred to the finish. Thorpe's going to make up a little time. I don't know if he's going to, how close he's going to make up, but he's going to make up some time by going longer.
Both these guys, Lehman and Ricker, got to take it easy. They're on cold tires right now.
Alright, the King's going to throw out some advice to Ricka here. Just run your, race to, oh, there's a cut.
Whoa,
that's going to lose some time.
Those cold tires again. I guess he thought I'd just better just jump right through this.
Yep. That hurts a little bit. Ricker, right now you want to race the track for the first 5-6 laps and let it come to you. Take your eyes off the guy in front and just look for your marks. And if you got the pace, you got the pace. You put the pressure on him when you can.
So, going to be interesting to see when Al comes in.
He'll be 46. He'll go another lap yet. Unless he determines he's got some damage.
Greg Myers coming in.
Yep. This is going to be a quick stop for Greg.
Dan Thorpe. Heyman in.
Thorpe is in. Let's see where Thorpe cycles out in relation to Mr. Taylor. Jacobs. Surprisingly, well, they came in about the same time. He's got 3 seconds on Taylor. I think Thorpe's going to jump these guys by a bit, provided he has a clean stop. Where's Thorpe? Is Thorpe no, Thorpe's not moving.
No, he's not moving at all. He's
What's
still
going on with
now
Thorpe?
He's moving now.
He just got dusted. Oh! Taylor wide. Taylor spins it.
Oh, he lose sideways in the grass. In the grass.
Oh my! I don't know if Thorpe. Oh, Thorpe's off. Oh, the humanity.
Cold tires. They got to take it
Keep
easy.
it together. Keep it together. Oh, Taylor. Meanwhile, L cruising up front here. For the moment, you should be coming in this lap.
Yeah, and he should be able to make up a little bit of time with a shorter fuel load.
Yeah, you'll come in this next lap. As predicted, Greg Myers did hop with that quick stop. Did hop DeGracias. And Iggy, not far behind Mark DeGraw.
Absolutely. Iggy having a great run. And so is DeGraw as well. I mean, he's got 90 kilos on board.
Meanwhile, Lehman's keeping about a 2-second buffer on Ricker. And Cuppet's not that... If these guys tangle, Cuppet's in the catbird seat, so to speak. Cuppet coming up on Sergio right now with turn 1. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's not turn 1. That's the second chicane.
Al going in the pits.
Yep.
And we know Al's going to be close to a 42nd, so he may come out in front of Cuppet, but he's going to come out behind.
Yeah, I think he was a good 15 to 20 seconds behind Cuppet with that mistake, but he should be in a solid. You should come out in a solid 4th place between Jacobs and Cuppet.
Well, it's going to be close.
Jacobs has got the hammer down now. He's looking good for a top 5, and he could maybe run down Al. We'll see. Thorpe and Taylor. Now these two guys, you might want to change positions.
Cuppet going by. Merriman's still in the pits.
Yep. Let's see if Jacobs might jump him. Nah, that's
I was just wondering the same. Al's now rolling.
Yeah, Al's got it. He's got a solid 4th now. It's a hair lockup from Jacobs in the last chicane. Alright, it's all sorted out. Except for Iggy is putting...
It is, but as you mentioned, you know, Jacobs coming out behind Al Merriman, but Al on cold tires. Yep. Al and Jacobs running pretty smooth.
DeGraw off. DeGraw gives up 9th to Iggy.
Well,
just 3 seconds back
by Mark DeGraw, but a great finish for the Iggy Shorty in the Corvette tonight.
Yeah, Iggy's doing good. Figured this would be a nice track for the Corvette. Handles the curbs well. Good runner. There was a little timing glitch there. Back to normal. Greg might have had a quick lag out. Alright, the closest true battle is for the lead, for the win. That's where Ricka's got to make it happen.
It is indeed. Well, that was your prediction.
Yep. They're on equal fuel loads. They're on equal tire wear. And they're on equal everything here. Except for the 10 kilo advantage for Ricka. Which isn't huge, but you know what? Cuppet has not lost too much ground overall. Not too shabby for Cuppet.
Well, Lehman is putting in the better laps right now.
Yeah, he sure is. Yeah, he's pulling the gap a little bit on Ricker. But we've seen in the previous 2 stints, Ricker's been stronger at the end. Been a lot of lockups and such from Matt.
Well, it might come down to conditioning.
Yep.
You know, this is 63 laps.
This is a tough one, man.
They might not be in as great a shape as, like, maybe I am. This probably would have been a better race for somebody in such superior physical condition like myself for a 63 lapper tonight. But we will see. They're probably going to be exhausted, hot and sweaty, and nobody's going to be on them. They're going to be stinky. But if they were, like I was saying, in superior physical condition, this might have been a track I should have maybe had a go at.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Jack. I'm with you.
Yeah. Taylor and Thorpe, Ricker and Lehman.
Yeah, took 2 battles right now. Taylor just turned 0.6 pretty early in the stint. And he's closing. Taylor wants 6, and like I said, that's his goal here tonight.
Well, it's definitely possible. Looking at our current lap times there, if Taylor can keep it nice and smooth, he'll really put the pressure on Dan Thorpe and should be able to get by him.
You know, I'm impressed with JC, Jonathan Coupe. I mean, he's cut it down to under 12 seconds now. And if these guys start to tangle for the win, he is in the proverbial catbird seat. I don't know what cats and birds have to do with seats, but it's a saying. Bjorn Heyman.
And Damian Hall.
Yep, he's putting the screws to him. Oh, Hall was right. Oh,
Damian.
Hold on to it, Damian.
That into a John Deere lawn boy. Now there's a golden double move if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, definitely a contender, as the whole Lamborghini team is here in our shot. Our golden shovel. That's a cut the cord. We need another award for cutting the track. We'll put that on next. Anyway, Taylor's keeping it tight here.
Yeah,
Jacobs has made up 1 second.
One mistake there.
Yep. Yeah, it was a 15-second mistake, so I hear a car idling here. Somebody in the pits?
Yeah, you.
Is that me idling? I thought I ran out of fuel by now.
Taylor, all in Thorpe's rear view mirror and looking to keep the pressure on until he makes that pass.
Yep, he's up in his grill, as they say. All right, I'm leaving you on board with Matt Taylor for just a moment while I meet the sponsors. I'll be back momentarily.
All right, and just a quick rundown here, just quickly. Matt Lehman out in front, Sean Ricker in second, Jonathan Coupland in third, Al Merriman in fourth, Alan Jacobs having a great run in fifth, Dan Thorpe being pressured heavily by Matt Taylor in 6 and 7 there. 8th, Greg Myers, Iggy Jordy in 9th. Great run by Iggy. Mark DeGraw in 10th. 90 kilos for Mark DeGraw. Incredible run. Omar Gomez in 11. Bjorn Heyman in 12th. Damian Hall in 13th. Is Sergio Calderon in 14th. That's the run. But right now, it sure looks like Matt Taylor and Dan Thorpe. And Sean Ricker is trying to chase down Matt Lehman. But Sean Ricker having a problem there. Sean Ricker is dropped about 6 or 7 seconds. Holy jumping. So Sean having problems there. Looks like
Jack,
he's had an accident. Sean Ricker having some problems out there tonight.
you can make a prediction, but you can't drive the car for him. Oh, the car's beat up. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he has
That's a
lost
scuffed purple
6
helmet.
seconds.
Yep. I need to go to
Well, that's what happens when you go to the bathroom. I mean, you take a break and you lose all perspective, and away they went off track. He lost he was probably listening to the broadcast and knowing that you weren't watching anymore. Thought, oh, the heck with this.
Now, this is exactly what happened. Rickard has turned the fastest lap of the race, and his head started to push against his helmet, and he went blind for a moment, thinking that oh yeah, I got this. I just cranked the fastest lap of the race. Oops, that beer is messy. And he just overdid it. He overcooked it, and now he's got a damaged car, and he's got a fast Maserati right behind him.
Well, guess what? He's going to have to hang on to his helmet because Jonathan Cuppet is right there saying, you know what? The heck with you trying to run for first. I'm going to try and take second away from you.
Yeah.
And Matt Lehman is going, ha, 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 ha. I think 8 seconds is just what I need. I can hang on to this to the end. And I'm pretty sure Matt Lehman can just manage that gap, that 8-second gap. Even if it comes down, it doesn't matter. He's got, 9 laps to do it or 10 laps to do it.
So we got 2 Maseratis chasing 2 Salines. 4th position. And going back, taking a quick peek here at the driver's standings. Ricka really needed this result, sitting at 47 points. But this whole thing is just going to tighten up the standings altogether.
Absolutely.
Oh! Jacobs off right in front of Thorpe and Taylor. Now we got a 3-way battle for 5th, just like that. And Cuppet is keeping the pressure on Ricker as well. All right, let's get the plot is thickening, Jack. The plot is thickening.
It has done that, numerous times this season, Chris.
Yes.
Where they seem to be all spaced out, and then all of a sudden come down in the last few laps. It's like, the old Hail Mary. Away we go for position.
We just got a little over 10 laps to go. Time to smoke them if you got them.
I think your prediction for the win is seriously in trouble now to hang on to that P2.
Oh yeah, yep. I might have put the broadcaster's curse on him.
And that happens the odd time, folks. We don't do it intentionally, but it sometimes happens.
Cuppet is putting the screws to him. Even though Ricker just turned the fastest lap of the race, he does have some damage. I'm not sure how much minor damage affects these cars. The Lotus is on... whoa! That's an interesting line from JC. It's like, I can pick up marbles on this side of the track.
Well, I'm in the cockpit here with Sean Ricker, and the wheel seems pretty straight. But that's not a total indication of how the car is really handling right now.
Yeah, Ricker just did a 32.4, and Cuppet is putting the pressure on him. So this is looking good for Lehman. He's going to have to bring this sucker home. Matt's got to win, right? He got to win last season. There we go, Cuppet! Looking for it! Almost. Got to pull out the old banzai. It was close. Oh! JC, get it back together.
Ooh, just picked up a bit of gravel, and that let Ricker off the hook there for a few seconds.
Yep. Ooh, Thorpe's a little bit on a wide line. Just jumped on board with Taylor. We got this 3-way battle for 5th with Iggy just in front. Or is it Omar? I think it's Omar just in front of Alan Jacobs. Oops, wrong button. There's Iggy.
Yeah, it'd be Omar Gomez in front of Alan Jacobs.
Oh, Omar, yeah.
And Taylor and Thorpe squeezing it out there.
Wow. Yep. Let's see if this lapper is going to affect the lappies here at all. Oh, Thorpe, giving them the business with the lights. Oh, look
absolutely.
Taylor!
Oh.
Dove it in deep.
Took it in way deep there, but hung on to it.
I might have put my sound effects a little too close to the mic. Sorry, fans.
No, it sounded great here. It sounded absolutely perfect. He was almost like, took me back to my younger cinema days with the Marx Brothers on Saturday afternoon.
Nice.
So, some good battles going on. 55 out of 63. Guppet trying to chase down Sean Ricker, and Sean, we know he's had some trouble there with the car. So, is that going to get worse as the race progresses?
Yeah, the lap times are not looking so good overall. I mean, he's got clear track, unless he's got.
Oh man, oof. His windshield is smashed to bits on that car.
Oh, on Ricker?
Yes.
Oh, I don't see
that. You gotta get real close up to see it, but the windshield's all smashed up.
Huh.
So he is not. He was driving under duress. I don't know who Duress is, but I used to go to a school with a guy called Duress. But
I'm not sure on Ricker's
driving under Duress
for some reason. I know I don't have that turned off. But yeah.
So Ricker in a wrecker, trying to stay ahead of JC, Jonathan Guppet.
Al, meanwhile, had a rough lap, turned to 136. Now he's back on pace. I was just thinking maybe Al can get in this fight as things progress. Taylor continues to keep the heat. So both the TCB guys are putting the screws to the guys in front, trying to make something happen. Trying to find a way.
Absolutely,
Taylor.
I gotta wonder, Al and Brad, put in some decent times. I gotta wonder what might have happened if Brad had hung in here. Gotta go by, which is still there for the team championship. I mean, you really need both your team members to finish in this league here, Chris, to have any sort of hope at all. They got to stay in for the points, no matter how bad it gets.
This is an interesting line from Ricka. Oh!
Slapper! Ooh, I like it. Wow. See, he didn't hear the horn. Oh, oh, just dive in there, lock him up.
Loving it.
Love it.
Oh.
And we're right back to where we were.
Yep. Now Cuppa's got a little bit of damage on that bad boy. Banging fenders.
They were swapping paint back and forth there, folks.
Oh, we got some smoke ahead. What's going on here? I'm not sure.
Oh, somebody's turned around. Who was that?
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't see anyone dropping fast.
Alan Jacobs spun the car.
Jacobs giving away a top 5.
The Grey Goose.
Yep. Now it's between Taylor and Thorpe for 5th. Yep. Maybe he hit the old Grey Goose bottle a little too hard.
Yeah, spun around and in the wall. And for some reason, I don't know why, Chris, but my pit counter is working fine on your car.
On my car? I'm doing a pit stop. Am I doing a pit stop?
You're doing a pit stop.
Sweet.
I don't know why it's working, but it's working on your car.
You know something? I'm going to make sure my car is where it's supposed to be here. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, now it stopped. It stopped. You must be all full of fuel again.
All right, I'm good to go.
Oh, yes, it did. It took... Oh, no, you're down 57 laps. I thought for a second there I was going to say, you just took on 57 liters. But no, you're just down to 57.
I almost beat Brad.
I don't know why the pit counter started working there. So, it looks like Matt Lehman has got out there in front after Ricker and Coppett.
Lehman's just cruising. He's cruising. Let's take a look at
Yeah.
let's take a look at Matt's lap times. He's just like, all right, I got this under control. He's not pushing it now. He's driving smart. Greg Myers is doing all he can to stay in this lead lap. It's important to him. So I don't know if Lehman's going to catch him in time. We got 6 laps to go.
Well, yeah, Greg's gonna have to stay on the pedal there. You know, with 5 laps to go there and 5 seconds separating them. It's gonna take something, and I don't think Matt Lehman is gonna want to back off to let Greg Myers stay on the lead lap.
Whoa!
Cup it going by Ricka on the
Ricker
outside.
up! Oh! Cup it! Keep your foot in it! Here we go! Here we go!
Ricka said, no!
Let's
See, this is so! Oh, man!
Oh, he's gonna fight it!
Side by side!
Oh, it's not.
I'm gonna squeeze you out!
Oh my gosh!
Oh my goodness!
Cup
The
it! Keep your foot in it!
Canyones
Oh, lots of
on
smoke in
Sean
front!
Ricker are just unbelievable
There we go.
right now.
There we go! No! Oh!
Oh, who's off there? Sergio Calderon gets the heck out of the way.
The 2 Lambos were fighting it out. Oh, I thought Cuppet had him like 3 different times. I'm not sure why he didn't.
That's what I'm saying. I cannot believe, that Ricker just is refusing to give up that position. I mean, he's just got his foot in it.
Oh. Yeah.
And this is after 60 laps, folks.
Oh, my.
Yeah, Sean Ricker is bobbing and weaving like a sailor on shore leave.
Too good.
So 3 laps to go. Great battles going on with, I can't believe it, Ricker and Coppet and Taylor and Thorpe. And as you said, that one mistake by Al has left him sitting, very comfortable, in 4th, but all by himself.
Well, he's having some. I figured he would have made up some serious time on these 2, but I think he's just consolidated to that 4th right there.
Well, typically, when 2 cars are battling as hard as, Ricker and Coppet are, they're losing time. But not the way these guys are battling. I mean, they're going side by side, but they're not giving up. I mean, they're... Oh, Sean
another mistake!
With a real
Here we go!
wobble there.
Here we go!
Oh, and how is he keeping these positions?
Oh, inside line for Cuppet! No, he's going to change it to the outside! Ain't going to happen that way, maybe. Oh, he's going to try to stick it in there. Whoa! You got to set him up better than that, JC. Set him up better than that. Come on, you got the car. You guys are turning 32s and 33s. Oh, amazing. Whoa. Calderon sets his best lap of the race. There you go, Sergio. Faster than these 2 guys are going. Meanwhile, let's take a peek at Taylor and Thorpe.
Yeah, I've been watching the action back there. It looks like Matt Taylor is looking for the, as you said, the setup to make the pass there.
Yep.
Because we know farther up ahead there, it's been contentious at times.
Yeah. Like I said, I know Matt's going to be happy with that position. He's going to lose all his ballast and have a good shot in the win the next race. And everyone but the guy directly in front of him, he's only given up 2 points to, are not scoring points at all here tonight. Oh, Cuppet with a couple bobbles. We're coming up on Bjorn. That might be interesting. Not Bjorn's best race here tonight. Not his sort of track, that's for sure.
No, I was down talking to Bjorn, pre-race, and congratulated him on last week's race, which was a great race for him. And he flat out said this would not be his night tonight. He didn't like the track too well. Didn't feel he was comfortable in the car and the track, but he's sitting in 12th, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Taylor's all over Thorpe. Cuppet just made a run on. Let's watch this as we come up on Bjorn.
Yep, Jonathan Cuppet. Trying to chase down Sean Ricker again.
Oh, a little bit of light. Move out of the way, Bjorn! Get out of the way, Bjorn! Oh, Cuppet screwed up. Good night for JC. Oh, JC. Is he out of fuel?
He's
out of fuel. He's out of fuel! Took a shortcut. Oh, yeah, this is trouble.
This is trouble.
Meanwhile, back at the farm, Merriman's looking to gain some spots.
I think he's out of fuel.
He's got something's going on.
Either that or he's got technical problems with either his pedal set.
Well, get in the pits, man. You gotta go another lap yet. Yeah, there's something wrong. He got no fuel. He's got no fuel. JC. I can do that. Anyway, Taylor's like, oh crap, I'm gonna put on weight. He's gonna go up to 5th. Big Al's gonna move himself in the podium position.
On the podium.
Meanwhile, Matt Lehman just has one more turn, hairpin, and a chicane to go.
Unbelievable with JC Jonathan Cuppet coasting his way into the pits.
Yep. That's gonna move Thorpe up to 4th, Taylor to 5th, and Jacobs is back a little ways.
Yes, he was out of fuel because that was the shortest pit stop I've ever seen.
All right, he's back on his way. All right. Good. Not too many points lost for the team. Meanwhile, Matt Lehman come up to the final set of turns. Final chicane. Matt's just been
great race for Matt.
Yeah. Way to go, Matt. Bring her home, baby. Flashing the lights. Nice job. Nice win. Ricka.
Well, I've got them all set up anytime we want to bring them up. You just let me know.
All right. Ricker doing the bob and weave for a P2. El Merriman looking to bring it home in 3rd. He's behind a gaggle of cars to the final chicane. Nice result for El. Tough race, long race. Thorpe still under pressure from Matt Taylor for 4th. Let's see. Now Thorpe's not going to drop any weight in 4th, but it's good points. So both these guys are going to be 1-2 in the championship right here. And they're going to bring it home in that. Thorpe, Taylor, Cuppet with the splash of fuel.
Yeah,
what could have been, JC? There. What could have been? He did beat Jacobs back out. Jacobs going to take 7th.
Yeah, a good race for Alan Jacobs.
Yeah. He had a shot. He don't make that last mistake. He gets 4th. But it is what it is. I'm sure he's going to be a little disappointed. And then Gregory Myers, he held off the charge from Lehman. Oh, what's Greg doing? Oh, he's doing his thing. Let's bring Matt up in here.
Matt Taylor, did you copy?
I'm not Matt Taylor, but okay.
No, I'm sorry. Mr. Lehman.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How was that race?
Oh man, tiring for sure. Sean gave me a run for my money. Especially in the second stint, he was on my butt for pretty much the entire run. So it's a shame that he got caught up by the first chicane over in the last stint. But all in all, I had to work for it for sure.
Yeah,
I know we're exhausted too. 63 laps. That was a long race for you guys. Almost like an endurance.
Yeah, it definitely was. Like, I was counting down the laps, and I felt like it was gonna go on forever.
Yeah, it seemed like a real long race, slower circuit. We noticed, especially the end of the first stint and most of the second stint, Ricker really had. I predicted Ricker was going to jump you because he did a longer first stint than you did. So I thought he was going to have he had a slightly quicker pit stop, but not that much. He made an early mistake in the first stint and gave you a little bit of break, and then the big mistake, which we didn't catch. But you probably breathing a sigh of relief when you saw him drop back like that on that last run.
Yeah, for sure. Like, from there on out, I was able to, back up my braking points and just kind of keep it clean to the end. But, hats off to him. He put up a great fight.
Well, very gracious of you. But you guys are doing a great job at Empire. I got to tell you right now. I like what I see with you guys out there on the track. I liked it at the tail end of last year, and you picked it right up, and you're doing a great job this year.
Yeah, it really is a team effort. Dan does all the setup work, and I just show up and drive it. That's usually how it works every week.
Yeah,
well, it seems to be a winning combination, so keep it up. And your guys are looking good in the team championship right now.
Yeah, we'll be able to extend the lead by a little bit, I think. So, yeah.
Yeah, with Mears, I was going to say Mears, McKenday, Olsen, and Ludden, all DNF'd, all picked up 0 points. This is really going to tighten up the championship.
Oh, really?
With you and Ricker.
I didn't realize that many guys dropped out.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be, there's going to be an 8-way battle here. You can throw a blanket over the top 8, maybe 9 actually, with Al with a good result in third. So it's really going to make an interesting second half of the season as we just finished the first half.
Yeah, for sure. Looking forward to it.
All right, we'll put you down in the team channel, and we'll wrap up tonight's broadcast.
Yep.
All right. Thank you guys. Great job in the booth.
Great job. All right, Jack.
Hey, all right.
I'm going to put up our team photo here. I don't know if you're the short guy or if I'm the short guy here, but I think this is the photo of the broadcast booth there. The old strainer hats were ready to go. Thanks for coming back this week. I got to drink a lot more, which is the most important thing, and we had a lot of fun here tonight.
Always do, Chris. It's a pleasure to be here. I love being in the broadcast booth. I would drive the extra mile to be here with you. So next week, where are we going?
I'm not sure. I have to take a quick gander here.
I missed that myself, to be perfectly honest with you.
It's going to be, we're finally going to leave Belgium. I know that much. I had enough Belgian waffles laughing in a lifetime. We're going on to Mugello. We're going to, is that Italy? To,
we're going to have a little pasta, a little red vino. Yeah. Okay, next week is going to be the pasta dinner and the vino race.
Yep. All right. Sounds good. I know I'll miss 2 weeks from now. I'll miss Algarve for sure, but hopefully Jake will be willing to step in, but I should be in next week. Should be good to go.
All right, and the Feemster will definitely jump in and help us out. It is always good for that. So I guess until next week.
All right. Say good night, Jack.
Good night, Jack.